Hey guys, Dr. Kahu here and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be doing a new what if, and that is what if Naruto merged with Kurama, part 1. Now as usual guys, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and because you guys have been so great and it's been a while since I brought a Naruto what if, I'm just going to state guys, 100 likes, part 2 will come out next day. Bear in mind I'm going to be doing Dr. Kahu what if shorts as well, so stay tuned for that guys. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. I know I meant to bring out another what if, and there's going to be a Naruto what if Naruto was Cloud's reincarnation, but that'll come out in the future, okay guys, so I hope you guys all understand. But yeah, without further ado guys, let's get into this new what if anyway, and that is what if Naruto merged with Kurama, part 1. Now let's begin. Now, when it comes to the idea of Naruto merging with Kurama, it's going to be that in the sense of the word. Unlike Baryon mode, when they fused their chakra to make a nuclear reaction, why Kurama used his life force. If you haven't seen the Naruto series or read the manga up to date, spoilers. But anyway, back to the idea, this what if is going to be pretty similar to the original one I actually created a long time ago, and that is what if Minato's spirit merged with Naruto. I'm going to use the same kind of concept but using a different type of method, okay? And I'll try to justify it with the means upon what I'm about to produce for you. I hope you guys look forward to this, and let us begin. Now our story is going to take place in the middle of the Nine Tails attack on Konoha. Minato is actually going to be doing a little bit more better than he does in canon. He's actually going to have more chakra than he does, and so is Kushina. Okay, I'm just going to state just for this what if to make sense and just to work a little bit more better than in canon, okay? And not only that, Minato is going to have a unique ability to seal the entire Nine Tails within Naruto. However, he has to also use the Reaper Death Seal. But that's where the extra point or extra part of his chakra comes in, okay? Because he's going to have more chakra to do so. So he doesn't need to seal the Nine Tails within him. He can actually seal the entire Nine Tails with Naruto. But there's going to be a complication, and you guys are about to see. So as Minato has arrived with Kushina by the Nine Tails after Minato slammed Gamabunta on top of him and then did the flying Raijin to teleport him to a secure location, Kushina sees the Nine Tails and then uses her Genki Genkai or the Uzumaki chains, and they immediately explode out of her back, piercing the ground, causing this awesome looking chain type of indestructible dome. The Nine Tails gets pierced right through his body and gets pulled down. But this is where the story's going to be different, okay? When Kushina sees this and sees that while they do have enough chakra, she contemplates on Minato just telling him that she can split the Nine Tails into two and put half of it in her and half of it in Naruto and sacrificing herself. But Minato goes, no, you can't die. Like he tries to plead with her that he has a way and she just needs to listen. And she goes, no, we can't. But before Minato listens to Kushina, he immediately does the Reaper Death Seal and he puts all his chakra. So I'm going to state that he's going to have enough chakra to put the entire Nine Tails within Naruto. But there's going to be a complication, okay? And so as Minato is rushing to do the jutsu, to do the Reaper Death Seal, the third Hokage is standing out there watching. And he's like, Minato, Kushina. He looks up and sees the Nine Tails. As the Nine Tails starts to break out of Kushina's chains, Minato completes the Reaper Death Seal as the Death God, or the Shinigami, thrusts his hand right through Minato's gut, grabbing onto the Nine Tails. But before it pulls the Nine Tails is able to rip his arm out and stab both Minato and Kushina right through the body. Same as he does in canon, but a little bit earlier. However, there's going to be a unique difference. As the Nine Tails stabs Kushina, with the last ounce of her chakra, she immediately sprouts some more chains. She compresses the chains that are around her, that were originally keeping everyone out, and stabs it right through the Nine Tails, piercing its entire body. The Nine Tails screams in pain as Kushina goes, "That's how it feels!" And she coughs out blood, her hair is raising, and she looks at the Nine Tails, "You think you can dominate me?" She screams at him as the Nine Tails gets buried into the ground, being punctured by all these chains. And as Kushina's using the last of her chakra, Minato finishes the Reaper Death Seal. Kushina, with the last of her chakra, she shoots a chain right through Naruto, knowing that what Minato is about to do is not perfected, and the Nine Tails chakra run free within Naruto. So before Minato finishes it, Kushina puts the last of her chakra and a unique adamantine chain directly to Naruto's chakra and the Nine Tails. And as the Nine Tails shrieks in absolute pain because it got punctured by all these chains ripping through its body, Kushina holds his grip around it and looks at the Nine Tails. And as the Nine Tails looks deep in Kushina's eyes, Minato's jutsu is finished. The Nine Tails turns to pure chakra And as the chakra chains release from the Nine Tails, Kushina and Minato collapse. Kushina still keeps the chains in place. As the cage is being put in within Naruto's body, the Nine Tails will be locked in the cage. As he's like, damn! And boom, a massive chain stabs the Nine Tails' hand. As stabbing, it pulls Nine Tails' hand down and rips around his entire body. As the Nine Tails sees, it's like, what the? Kushina! Boom, gets stabbed right in the back, all through his body. And she goes, how does it feel? To the Nine Tails within Naruto's mindscape. As Kushina looks at as the Nine Tails in Naruto's mindscape, she sees baby Naruto and she places a hand on Naruto's body. She apologizes, but this is the only way. His father failed him when it came to sealing the Nine Tails, and so this is all she can do. She hopes he will forgive her, and she kisses Naruto. And as she does so, chakra chains penetrate Naruto's body, causing young Naruto to scream in pain as a baby. And what happens is the third Hokage sees this, and before Kushina could die, she utters to the third Hokage, his name is Naruto. She completely collapses, and from there, the third Hokage is shocked. When he sees Naruto, the whiskers of Naruto's face are super defined. His hair is more spiky than it should be, and as Naruto briefly opens his eyes, it goes from once in Naruto's life to being blue, all the way to being red. And so as the third Hokage looks on, he realizes that he don't sense no difference from the Nine Tails and Naruto, as if the Nine Tails has become Naruto. And as the third Hokage sees this, they ponder themselves for the next couple of weeks as they begin to rebuild Konoha. And the unmistakable chakra that comes from Naruto is the Nine Tails. Bear in mind, this is the full Nine Tails, okay? And despite the Nine Tails trying to influence Naruto, even as a kid, thanks to Kushina's chains, he's bound like a good dog. Like, when I mean bound, he's in pain trying to break through these chains. And when these chains break, they instantly regrow. Much like how Gaara's mother managed to infuse her chakra into Gaara's sand, and in turn, for the rest of Gaara's life, she protected him. This is going to be the same, but not with the sand. It's going to be with the chakra chains. The Nine Tails is permanently fused with Naruto. He can't remove his chakra. His chakra is permanently Naruto's. And not only that, Naruto's own chakra itself combines with it. The Nine Tails can't influence Naruto's chakra. He can't mess nothing up. All he can do is just sit there and watch as his chakra is forever not his. And when the Nine Tails remembers Kushina's smug smile at the end, the Nine Tails curses the fact that all this happened to him. He curses that Sharingan user that pulled him out of Kushina. At least his life would have been easier not to go through this pain. And as the Nine Tails looks on, Naruto grows up way different. Everyone is so scared of Naruto. So scared. Like, just a simple action, Naruto falling over, a Nine Tails chakra tail will appear out of Naruto, stopping him from falling. Bear in mind, it's going to be red. Not the normal orange that the KCM gives Naruto. No. Naruto's going to have the Nine Tails tail stop him, the red version. As Naruto stands up, he realizes as a kid, a 4-year-old kid, that he's got power that everyone's scared of. And so he walks over to the third Hokage. Jonin watched Naruto all his life. Bear in mind, this Naruto is going to be living kind of alone, but not alone, okay? He's going to have a special Uchiha watching him at all time. That is Shisui Uchiha. Per Fugaku and third Hokage's agreement, the Uchiha are not happy with how the Konoha has gone around taking away their black ops and their policing role in the village to which they were given by the second Hokage. So there's that, and not only that, Naruto. The fact that the Nine Tails chakra is free and everyone can sense and see Naruto, this puts a big dampener and a lot of danger in the village. So having an Uchiha that can put Naruto to sleep or stop him at any time is a blessing. And so by the third Hokage and Lord Fugaku, Shisui Uchiha watches Naruto all his life. And he still grows up close with Itachi, but never to the closeness as they would in canon. Itachi is still a prodigy, just like Shisui is. However, the main difference is Shisui is not going to die by the Black Ops Onbu like Danzo does, nor is he going to die from the Uchiha massacre. On the contrary, Shisui is unintentionally going to be Naruto Uzumaki from 4 years old all the way up until he becomes, until the story has need of Shisui to be gone. Naruto is going to have Shisui with him all his life, unintentional bodyguard / big brother. And so, as Naruto goes along his life, walking around, understanding how people treat him, when Naruto goes into the village, people don't look at him and go, "Get away from the kids, the demon." They just stare at Naruto and they just make sure that not to utter a word, just out of straight fear. Naruto goes to grab a kabuki mask, and when the vendor sees Naruto, instead of reacting the way he does, he's like, "Oh, young Naruto, here you go." Naruto's like, "Oh, thank you so much," with a happy smile, even though he has a Nine-Tails chakra and fangs. And they all see this, and he's like, "You're welcome. It's free of charge, of course, young Naruto." Naruto's like, "You guys don't need to be scared of me, just because I have this power." And they all look at Naruto and just baffled to not know what to do. And as Naruto's looking kind of down and he's about to get kind of upset and run away, this is when a person jumps behind Naruto and puts his hand on his back and goes, "No worry, Naruto, I'm here, okay?" Naruto looks at Shisui, and as you see Shisui goes, "You never need to know that I'm afraid of you. I'm never afraid of you." Naruto's like, who are you?" He goes, "My name is Shisui Uchiha. I'm technically your unofficial bodyguard / new friend." Naruto's like, "I have a friend?" And he goes, "Yes, come on, young man." Shisui takes Naruto, and from there he goes to Naruto's house and he goes, "So this is where I'm going to be residing for the next few years, huh?" Naruto goes, "You're going to be residing here?" And he goes, "Yes." So it come to the clans and the Hokage's office, and I was given a role to not only watch you but help look after you, young Naruto. That means you're going to be coming along with me with certain missions as well." Naruto, "Have missions?" And he goes, "Yes, it's going to be dangerous. I see that you got a lot of power in you, Naruto, and it is at your fingertips at all times. So I'm here to teach you and utilize your abilities." Naruto goes, "Are you sure?" And he goes, puts his hand on Naruto's head. "You never need to be afraid, because I am here with you, okay?" Naruto thanks Shisui, and so the next day Naruto begins to train with Shisui. And he trains, and this is before Shisui goes on his missions. He goes on his missions all the time, but bear in mind, this guy's like a super fast ninja. He can make shadow clones that are not shadow clones, but merely after image, they are solid, okay? So if you think they're not fast, go check out how fast after images are, and how much speed you have to be able to move to actually solidify an after image, but still maintain it being an after image, okay? Look it up, you guys see how ridiculously fast you have to be. And so Shisui, he's still the bomb, and not only that, the Uchiha's anger towards Konoha subsides dramatically, knowing that an Uchiha is protecting the Leaf's greatest asset. They're fine with it, like sweet as. They don't mind. They can still do their small amount of Ombu missions, but they don't mind being the small police of the village. And this goes against Danzo's plan so much so that he can't do nothing. However, someone else orchestrates something in the background, okay? And that someone, of course, is Madara Uchiha, aka Obito. Now, I'll come to that story very soon, okay, don't you worry, okay, because the Uchiha massacre is still going to happen. Okay, so you guys bear with me. But anyway, what goes down is as Naruto grows with Shisui over the next few years, he starts to develop much more quicker than any other kid his age. So quick, in fact, that he begins to realize that one, he knows he's the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki now, and two, he's able to enter into his mindscape and see the Nine-Tails. But when he sees the Nine-Tails is absolutely bound. And when Naruto looks at his hand inside the Nine-Tails, well, inside his mindscape, there's a chakra chain connected to it and bound straight to the Nine-Tails. So Nine-Tails looks at Naruto and goes, "Ha! You're finally here!" Naruto's like, "Whoa, that's the Nine-Tails?" Shisui enters Naruto's mind and goes, "Yes." When the Nine-Tails sees Shisui, he is scared. He knows about Shisui's power and the fact that Shisui can make the Nine-Tails do whatever he wants him to do. Shisui goes, "Nice to meet you, Kyuubi." The Kyuubi closes his eyes, he turns his head and goes down. Naruto goes, "I sense a lot of fear from them." And what happens is Shisui touches Naruto's hands, and he's touching him and goes, "I see this chakra bind that's on you. It looks like it's connected to not only your chakra, but your very life essence itself." As he looks at Kurama, he goes, "It's the same with the Nine-Tails. Whoever did this bind on you was a master at sealing, so much so that even with the Izanagi, it may not be impossible for the Nine-Tails to be removed from Naruto." The Nine-Tails hears the word Izanagi, because that's how he knows he was created, from the Ten-Tails, okay? The Izanagi is what Hagoromo used. But anyway, I digress. As the Nine-Tails hears this, he's like, "This kid." And he goes down. Naruto goes, "Oh, okay." And so it goes down until Naruto's like 6 or 7. Shisui begins to fully teach Naruto. Now this has been the situation with the the Uchiha massacre. By this time, Naruto and Sasuke are really close friends. Itachi and Shisui are still friends, not as close as they would be, but they're still friends. Okay, and everything goes the same. Now, a situation with Obito appears. Okay, Obito appears right in front of Danzo while Danzo's en route, and when he sees this guy step out of nowhere, he's about to order his men to do something, but Shisui pulls a stick out of his arm, a little stick out, and hits the ground, and roots grow everywhere, grows around the entire building of roots itself. Danzo sees this and he goes, "I see, you're very powerful." And what happens is Obito goes, "Don't try to use that arm, I'll destroy you before you can ever move." And this is when Danzo has a sweat down the side of his head. It goes, "How did you?" And Obito goes, "I know that you and Orochimaru worked on a person named Shin to acquire Uchiha eyes and the DNA of Hashirama Senju to not only amplify you, but give you Uchiha Sharingans, right?" And Danzo is just shocked out of his brains. He just can't believe. He's like, what the hell? And this is when Obito walks right up to him. "My name is Madara Uchiha. I've come to bring peace to this world." And Danzo, he knows for a fact that Madara Uchiha was Hashirama's rival. And he knows that he is nothing to Hashirama. The Nine Tails was nothing to Madara. What the hell does he think he can do? And the fact that he knows that his trump card is already known by Madara, yet he shuts up. Every single root ninja that goes to attack Madara, he instantly puts them under a genjutsu, even Kakashi. Because remember, he works for Root Anbu after Minato died. Don't you guys forget it, okay? By this time, he already met a young Itachi and discussed certain things. But thanks to Obito having a really powerful Sharingan using Hashirama cells, he was able to convince Itachi that the Uchiha was still going to do a coup d'etat. Not only that, he orchestrated with Danzo to make the village elders and the third Hokage conspire against the Uchiha. And it goes the way it does. Now, bear in mind, at this very time as the Uchiha massacre is going down, Shisui Uchiha and Naruto Uzumaki are not in the village, okay? This is where things are going to definitely go awry. Now, when Itachi gets the order from Obito and Danzo and the third Hokage and the two village elders, Itachi says one thing and one thing only. As long as Sasuke is okay, as long as Sasuke gets to live, he'll do it. They agree. And immediately Itachi goes, both Obito and Itachi massacred the Uchiha. They wiped them out. Up until the point where Itachi kills his parents. That's when he unlocks his Mangekyo Sharingan. When he kills his parents, okay? Unlike how before when he unlocked his Mangekyo when Shisui died. No. He unlocks his Mangekyo Sharingan when his parents die, okay? And as such, from there, Itachi joins the Akatsuki. Sasuke still witnesses Itachi and still becomes the vengeful Sasuke that he is, okay? Now, a week later goes by, and Shisui finally finished his mission with Naruto. Bear in mind, and I'm going to state that Shisui is a capable ninja. And the fact that Naruto is his protege and working with him, he will take Naruto everywhere with him. And he can still do his armor missions with Naruto. Doesn't faze him one bit. And so, in a sense, Shisui is the bomb. He comes back to the village to find out what exactly happened. Found out that Itachi did that. Shisui, without even hesitating, runs to the third Hokage's office, his Sharingan activating, and as he runs in, Danzo goes, "Young Shisui Uchiha, welcome." Danzo looks at Shisui, and Shisui looks right at him with such angry eyes. He goes, "I see a lot of hate in your eyes there, Shisui." And the third Hokage tells him, "Danzo, shut up. Welcome back, Shisui. There's a lot to discuss." And he goes, "Yeah, the hell there is." And it goes, "Please, I'll explain." And Shisui looks at him and goes, and his Mangekyo Sharingan activate right in front of them, which shocks them. And Shisui goes, "I hope you have a good reason to explain something to me. What the hell happened to my clan?" And then the third Hokage explains everything. He goes, "Hell no, that's not what the village was about. The Uchiha accepted the role you gave them when it came to me watching Naruto. What the hell is this?" And then Danzo comes in with a stupid, eerie, creaky voice and tells him, "Itachi did what he needed to do to protect the village. And now, when it comes down to you," Shisui activates green chakra around him and goes, "If you're going to plan to kill me, Danzo, you can bloody try." Green chakra emits around him as the third Hokage feels Shisui is about to rev his chakra even more to the point where he's going to make a full Susanoo and destroy the entire Hokage's office. The third Hokage puts his hands up and goes, "No. You and Sasuke are the only ones that were exempt from the Uchiha massacre." And he goes, "Exempt?" And he powers down from the third Hokage. Third Hokage looks at Danzo and tells Danzo to get the hell out of this room now. Danzo leaves, and when he leaves, Shisui looks at him and instantly puts him under a powerful genjutsu and walks away. Danzo is in immense pain. For a brief second, he took a step, he misstepped for a bit, but when he came out of it, he was in the worst pain of his life, and he knew for a fact that he couldn't undo it, nor could he speak about it, because Shisui pretty much sealed his tongue shut to his mouth. Danzo walks out shaking, he's sweating, he's in the worst pain he's ever felt in his life, and he can't believe it. He just knows for a fact that this was nothing to what Shisui can actually do. Shisui deactivates his Sharingan and sits down, and the third Hokage explains everything. This makes Shisui angry, he punches the ground and he begins to cry. He goes, "Damn those fools! Damn them!" He looks at them and he goes, "But what now?" And he goes, "Well, that's the thing, Shisui. The Uchiha are pretty much dead. And all that's left of the Uchiha clan are you, Sasuke, and Itachi." Shisui is pissed off and he goes, "I want to bring Itachi back now." And he goes, "It wouldn't be wise." As Shisui is about to get angry, the third Hokage just explains, "Just for now, continue doing the role that you have been performing admirably, looking after Naruto and teaching them. Naruto's been sending me letters telling him that he's able to control up to 2 tails of his 9 tails chakra. And not only that, he's almost as fast as you, I hear." Shisui's like, "Good change of pace, or change of subject there, old man. Yes, Naruto is excelling well, more than I actually ever expected. I got to find out when it comes to Naruto's situation with the 9 tails. Yeah, the 9 tails is permanently fused with Naruto. As I explained to Naruto, I don't even think that the special Uchiha visual prowess can even affect it." And he goes, he goes, "Whoever sealed the 9 tails to Naruto permanently locked the 9 tails chakra in Naruto. So when the 9 tails infuses chakra, Naruto has chakra. When Naruto infuses chakra, the 9 tails infuses chakra." And so with the third Hokage goes, "What's that mean?" He goes, "Technically Naruto has a limitless pool of chakra, his own and the 9 tails. However, the 9 tails is absolutely restrained. Even if Naruto was to remove the entire seal around the 9 tails can't do nothing. He's pretty much bound to Naruto for life." And the third Hokage goes, "Oh." And then Shisui goes, "So it's a simple term of just training Naruto. Once Naruto gains control of the full 9 tails chakra, I don't need to worry." And Shisui leaves. He has a lot of anger inside of him. So much anger, so much hatred. And as he leaves, the third Hokage goes to him, "There's one other thing, Shisui. I took these for you." He places them on the table. Shisui looks and he sees 2 pairs of Sharingan. He goes, "Whose are those?" And he goes, "I'll explain to you, Shisui. I had a friend long ago. He kind of reminded me of you. In fact, he was your grandfather." Shisui looks at him, "My grandfather? Yes, Kagame Uchiha. He was such a soft and loving Uchiha, completely different to your people. You were the only other person besides Itachi that showed that same exact pure heart. And so, before he died, he still commissioned himself to be buried in the old Uchiha cemetery in the old Uchiha clan areas. However, there's one thing he asked, and it was," he shows him, "that if any of his descendants activate the Mangekyo, the secret to not becoming blind is by swapping the eyes." Shisui sees that and he goes, "What are you saying?" He goes, "These are your grandfather's eyes, Kagame Uchiha. He unlocked his Mangekyo Sharingan before he died." Shisui's like, he's shocked. And so what goes down is, the third Hokage states that they can perform the surgery, but you will need to go under, and yeah, Shisui goes, "Well, he won't do it right now. He doesn't trust him because he's still in a state of shock." So when Naruto gets home, Shisui acclimates being back. They hang out in the village, and this is when Shisui pretty much gets told that he'll be staying around the village permanently now. He won't be doing Onbu missions no more. Danzo states that Kakashi will be taking his Onbu missions, and it kind of pisses him off. Even Yamato takes them. So Shisui has resigned to being Naruto's caregiver, protector, and Naruto's sweet with that. But then this is when Shisui gets called up by the third Hokage, asking him, does he want to be a teacher? And he goes, "Teacher?" And he goes, "Well, if you explain Naruto the way he is, then I'm definitely going to put Naruto on your team when he becomes a student. At the same time, Sasuke Uchiha is going to be on your team as well." Shisui smiles and tells him, where is he anyway? And he goes, by the order of the elders and by agreeing with Danzo, Sasuke Uchiha will be still living within the village. However, the only difference is you will have no contact with him. And there's pictures of Shisui. He goes, what the hell is this, Lord Third? Everything's starting to piss me off. And the third Hokage goes, he understands, but we're in a really tight situation. Losing the entire Uchiha clan. Yeah, this sends ripples around the world. And not only that, now Hisashi's brother has been killed to defend the Hidden Leaf from the Hidden Cloud. And this shocks Shisui's like, what? And he goes, yes, Hisashi Hyuga, he was saving his daughter from being kidnapped and unintentionally almost sparked a war with the land of the Hidden Cloud village. And so what goes down is he looks down like he's really shocked that such a bad situation has happened to the Hidden Leaf, because just like Itachi, this is Shisui's life, the Hidden Leaf. And Shisui, okay, he stops himself, he stops his anger and his bravado, and he looks down and goes, my damn clan's arrogance, punches the wall, and he tells the third Hokage he will take the job and he'll make sure Sasuke and Naruto will be the way they are. At the same time, I'm not going to leave Sasuke alone. Shisui activates his turn his Mangekyo and tells the third Hokage, I will take the surgery. Maybe Sasuke can use my eyes. Or maybe if Naruto ever loses any of his eyes, he can use my mind. The third Hokage is shocked that Shisui even suggested any of this. And so what goes down is, for the next 3 months, Naruto pretty much lives alone. Like Sasuke, because Sasuke's going to live alone for the next 3 months as well. Well, yeah. Not only that, Shisui's going to get his eye operation and he's going to heal, but he's going to heal slower than what Sasuke doesn't can, because Sasuke had the amplification of Obito's white Zetsus and all that stuff. So it's going to take Shisui 3 months, okay? Bear in mind, Itachi didn't tell Obito that Shisui was still there. So Obito has no idea that Shisui's still there. What's this going to cause a big problem? Shisui is resigned to hide himself from being Uchiha. It's meant to be a village secret. So Shisui doesn't take the name of Uzumaki, but he takes the name of Namikaze. Just to hide himself, you know? And he keeps the name Shisui though. He don't care. The fact he wants to be known as Shisui Uchiha, but just for the sake of argument, and the village keeps him kind of a secret. But anyway, moving on. With Shisui's eyes, he's able to activate the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. He can use Koto Matsukabe easy as hell. His Susanoo is massive, and not only that, he can control his fire, much like how Sasuke can control Amaterasu. But because Shisui uses Scorch style, air and fire style, he can control it in a manner where he can ride a dragon or control fire with his hands, much like Amaterasu, but not the same style, if you get what I mean. He can do a super perfect Susanoo, much like Itachi and the original Sasuke, but it's still going to take time. And he gets a massive power buff. This will help Naruto and Sasuke grow in a massive way. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do a massive time skip up to the point where Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura and all the people in their classes have been put in together to do the test. Naruto goes first, and when he does the shadow clones, he accidentally makes way too much shadow clones, and the shadow clones explode everywhere. Bear in mind, everyone has kind of slowly but surely resigned themselves from not being scared of Naruto due to the fact that he's been training, and he's looks more happy and less menacing. People don't feel that terrifying Ninetales presence. Now, the reason why is because Shisui has kept the Ninetales in place, and not only that, the Ninetales unintentionally can feel all of Naruto's sadness, all of Naruto's feelings. And so over a period of time, the Ninetales begins to feel for Naruto, feel sad for him, and begins to want to help Naruto. So his notion goes from resenting and hating Naruto to all his feelings wanting to help Naruto. And Shisui appreciates it. He tells the Ninetales that he didn't genjutsu him, nor did he do anything to force him to do so. The Ninetales goes, you know, you're the first Uchiha that I actually don't despise. And Shisui goes, well, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I got to at least meet you, QB. And before Shisui left QB's mind, he goes, the name's Kurama. And he goes, Kurama? That's a cool name. Well, see ya. And so as Naruto goes to school and he does the multi-shadow clone jutsu by accident, because this is by accident, everyone was shocked that Naruto made so much shadow clones, but then they're like, yeah, that makes sense. He has unlimited chakra. That's pretty stupid. And when I mean unlimited, it's practically unlimited. He still can run out of chakra, but you get what I mean, guys. And anyway, what happens is Naruto passes, Sasuke passes, Sakura barely passes, and so everyone passes the test. However, the classrooms are going to be dramatically different. In a sense, Kakashi Hatake is not going to be a teacher. And why I say that is because he's going to be the main Black Ops Onbu for the third Hokage. The main one, okay? Even though Shisui should be, no. Kakashi is going to be, because Shisui is a genius with the Sharingan. Kakashi is nothing to Shisui. Nothing. And I don't care if he has 1,000 jutsus. One look at Shisui, it's over. If Itachi could hold Kakashi there and use the Mangekyo just with his Sharingan, Kakashi is out. I'm not even joking. Out. And he'll be fast enough to kill a guy. Honestly, like, I'm not even gonna joke. Shisui is the bomb. MVP of Konoha, just like Minato. But anyway, Naruto is placed in Team 7, just like in canon. And in his class, or in his team, is Sasuke and Hinata. Not Sakura. She's gonna be in where Hinata's places. With, well, the bug, the dog, you know. And Kurenai's team, so nothing important. Sakura hates this, but she can't do nothing, and not only that, she's still super scared of Naruto. Now, with all the 3 of the team members are there, Naruto looks at them. He looks at Sasuke and goes, "You're an Uchiha, right?" And he goes, "Of course I am, idiot. What do you think, Naruto?" And Naruto goes, you know what I mean, Sasuke." And he goes, "Can you activate your Sharingan yet?" And Sasuke goes, opens his eyes, activates Sharingan. Naruto goes, "Damn, that's cool!" And Sasuke goes, "Yeah, but I can't activate it for too long though." Bear in mind, Shisui over a period of time has talked to Sasuke and counseled him over the Uchiha massacre, and told him that strength is not just obtained by violence or hate or anger, it can even be your friends. Shisui explains how his eyes activated when saving a friend, and Sasuke can possibly do the same thing. He doesn't need to be bound by the curse of the Uchiha. And this puts a light in Sasuke's eyes. Shisui states though, but he will make him strong enough to defeat Itachi though. When Sasuke hears these words, yep, definitely. And so Sasuke and Naruto have a real close relationship in that regards. Naruto just like states the stupid obvious. And if Sasuke tells Naruto goes, "I know, but it's just cool if we just say it anyway." And he goes, "And what about you, Hinata Hyuga?" Hinata's got her face is mega red, and she's like, "Oh, hi Naruto." Naruto's like, "Don't worry, Hinata. I understand I make you nervous." And she's going really red and goes, "But you must admit, your Hyuga Byakugan is just as cool as the Uchiha Sharingan, so don't you forget that, right?" And she's like, "Yeah." And Sasuke goes, "What about you? What makes you special, Naruto?" And Naruto goes, "You know what makes me special? It's my drip." Nah, it's kidding. Sasuke looks at Naruto and Naruto goes, "Well, that's the thing. I'm connected to the Nine-Tails Chakra, and I have a sense of the ability to sense others." And Sasuke goes, "Whoa, that's pretty cool." And he goes, "Yeah, but I sense intent. It's not up to a level where I can sense the entire village, but anyone within a good 20 meters circle, I can sense the intent on what they're going to do." And Sasuke goes, "Whoa, much like a lie detector." And Naruto goes, "Something like that, but no." And they both look at each other. They go, interesting. Hinata's like, "This is weird, very weird. I'm next to the boy I like. I'm next to another boy that pretty much reminds me of Neji, but less angry." And what happens is Naruto goes, "What the hell? Why is he here?" And Sasuke goes, "Who?" Shisui opens the door, and what happens? Shisui goes, "Hi class." Naruto and Sasuke go, "Shisui," and he goes, "It's Sensei Shisui. Come on, let's go." And they're like, Naruto's like, "What?" Sasuke's like, "What?" And then Sasuke looks at Naruto looks at Sasuke and goes, "You know Shisui?" And Sasuke goes, "Yeah, well, he's a new Uchiha that's been training me with my Sharingan." Naruto goes, "Well, of course I know Shisui. You should know that. He's been helping me and living with me." And Sasuke smacks his head and goes, "I completely forget about that." And Naruto goes, "Yeah," and goes, "That's why you're so strong. You were raised by an Uchiha." So Naruto's like, "I'll give you that, Sasuke. I'll give you that." And they both giggle, and they always include Hinata. They encourage her. They know she's nervous, but Naruto makes sure he stays by her side. Shisui always smiles at Naruto like, "This guy." And so Shisui pretty much does what Kakashi does, but he acts in an orderly manner to make them feel like it's not impossible, or the fact that they are being heard. And so Sasuke explains that he wants to defeat Itachi and get the answers he needs and deserves. And Shisui smiles, and he goes, "What are you gonna do after that?" "Well, after I defeat Itachi and get what I need, even if I don't get what I need, but still defeat Itachi, Then I'm gonna do my best to recreate our clan, Shisui. And Shisui smiles. Yeah, you know what needs to be done though, eh, Sasuke? Sasuke laughs, Shisui laughs, and Naruto laughs as well, and Hinata goes red face. And so what goes down is he goes, and you, Hinata Hyuga, what about you? And she goes, I want to be acknowledged by my father. And Shisui, it hits Shisui hard, and Shisui goes, I know. He puts his hand on Hinata's head and he goes, I want to go speak to you with your father to come and recruit you for my class, so not to worry. And Hinata looks at Shisui and Shisui goes, I will help you. And looks at Naruto and goes, and you, Blondie? Naruto looks at Shisui and he goes, well, you know, I'm not as scary as my mother, but as the Nine-Tails states, I have the capacity to be like my dad. Yeah, I'll just go with that. Shisui goes, answer the question seriously, Egg. I'm not your brother here, I'm your sensei. Naruto, and he looks at Naruto with a Sharingan. Naruto's like, ooh. Even the Nine-Tails like, you better listen, Naruto. He's serious. Naruto hears the Nine-Tails in the back of his mind. Shh, Kurama, don't give him the satisfaction. And what happens is Naruto goes, I'm sorry, Sensei. I want to become Hokage just like my father before me. If not, I want to become better. Even if that means sacrificing my life just like how my parents did to protect the village. Shisui smiles, Sasuke smiles, and Hinata's like, whoa. And he goes, well, I was gonna let you guys go on your normal D-Reg missions. However, Kakashi came up to me with an idea, because I actually took Kakashi Hatake's place, by the way. And he shows him the bell test, and he goes, but the only thing is, this is an unfair situation. So what we're going to do is a physical training test to push you guys mentally, physically, and to see where you guys' stats are. So yeah, you guys ready? And they go, yeah, Shisui guns begin. Boom, all three of them are in a deep genjutsu in their minds, fighting. And as Kurama tells them they're in a genjutsu, Naruto goes, I know, but I can't stop myself from falling. And Kurama goes, I know, I can't interfere either. His chakra's stopping me. You're on your own, kid. Naruto goes, that's right, Kurama, I got this. And so as Naruto goes through a massive journey in his mind, learning how to utilize his multi-shadow clone jutsu and all his skills he learned. Sasuke the same, using his fire style and his ability to activate his Sharingan and running and fighting. And Hinata, pushing Hinata to the point where she can activate her Byakugan at will and begin to attack and use unique jutsus. Shisui goes through all three of their minds and finds out their weaknesses and how to make them both strong, all of them stronger. He knows Naruto in and out, and he knows how to make Naruto stronger. He kind of knows Sasuke in and out, to the point where he can make Sasuke strong like Itachi. And when it comes to Hinata, he found her the most easiest, because he looked through her memory and saw how her father fights, saw how Neji fights. And all he needs to do is teach Hinata to fight the same way, and, not only that, be confident. And so for the next 2.5 months, that's all he does. Push these kids to become confident. So confident, in fact, that he makes Hinata and Sasuke leave their Sharingan and Byakugan active all day. That's their training one day. And he tells Naruto, I want you to push yourself as far as you can, pull out the Nine-Tails Chakra. And Naruto does. And so by the time they get the Tails on the bridge arc, Naruto can pull 4 tails out without becoming overwhelmed and overexhausted. When he pulls out the 5th tail, the Nine-Tails always laughs at Naruto. He tells him, you're stupid, you gotta go too far. And he goes, Shisui, do you see this? And Shisui always connects with the Nine-Tails. The Nine-Tails goes, yeah, he don't listen. And he goes, yeah, he doesn't. And he's going to hurt himself. I'm going to feel the backlash. And Shisui goes, hold on. He goes up to Naruto and smacks him on the head. Naruto wakes up. What are you doing? I almost reached the 5th tail. And he goes, idiots. Have you considered the Nine-Tails, what he's going through right now? Naruto's like, He looks back at the Nine-Tails in mind. I'm sorry, Kurama. I forget that you suffer my pain as well. I'm so sorry. And he goes, yeah, damn it. Keep telling you. Your mother's smart. God. Damn, that woman's good. And Naruto goes, yeah, better lock than me there, right? And Nine-Tails goes, oh, hell yeah. You are nothing like your mother. I'd rather fight you and Shisui all day than deal with 1 minute with your mother, Naruto. Naruto's like, wow. And so, after the end, Sasuke has 2 Tomo Sharingan activated in the Sharingan, and he can keep it active nearly all day without overstraining of his chakra. Hinata can keep her Byakugan activated for about a good 3 hours before deactivating, needing like an hour's rest to go back to doing so. But it's good though, and she's able to put chakra in her hands and be able to at least pull off 32 palms, okay? She can pull that off. She can't do full rotation yet, but she's almost there. And so when they get the Tajin Bridge arc, Shisui wears a mask always. He doesn't keep his face showing. Even though he looks like an Anbu, he's a teacher. And so as Tazuna sees them, he still scolds them for being so weak, and they go on to the same exam. The only difference is, when the two demon brothers go to try to attack, they're instantly frozen immediately. Shisui saw through them a mile away in a sense, and they both pop out of the water, and they both bow to Shisui, and Shisui goes, "So explain your story." They explain their story. Shisui looks right at Tazuna, and Tazuna's freaking out until he sees Shisui's red eyes, and he's like, "Oh my goodness, I'm dealing with an Uchiha. Oh my goodness." He puts his head down, he bows to Shisui, and explains the entire ordeal. Shisui has green chakra emitting around his body, which actually freaks his team out. And then Shisui powers down. "Hey, you three. Since I am your teacher, it should be my responsibility to take responsibility of this whole situation. At the same time, this is your guys' mission. So if you guys choose to want to continue, let me know. If you guys gonna want to go back to Konoha, we can take these two demon brothers as your guys' captives, as your guys captured attendees, and you guys can book them." And Naruto's like, "That would be cool. However, we would like to continue our mission if that's okay, Sensei." Sasuke goes, "Yeah, that was kind of unfair. We saw that coming. Me and Naruto were ready." Hinata goes, "Yeah, Sensei, I even saw it." And Shisui was like, "Jeez, kids, come on. I kind of did you guys' job easy for you guys complaining." Alright. He mumbles himself and goes, he looks at the both demon brothers and snaps his finger. Both of them walk to Konoha quietly, not saying nothing until they get there and they explain themselves. When Tazuna sees this, he's like, turns around, starts whistling, like, "Oops." And as they go, this is when Hinata activates her Byakugan. And this is a time of the day where she needs to begin her training. So when she activates it, Naruto goes, "What are you doing?" And she goes, "Shisui Sensei told me to activate my Byakugan at this time at all times. So 3 hours of the day, I'm active, deactivated, active, deactivated." Naruto's like, "Cool. I think I should do that with my senses." Shisui goes, "You should be always doing that, Naruto. Always. You're a sensory ninjutsu person. Hinata is our visual. Sasuke is our targeted bullet. You understand?" Naruto goes, "Yeah, I get you." Sasuke smiles at Naruto. Naruto's like, "Shut up." And what goes down, and Naruto puts his hands together, and the moment Hinata spots Zabuza, Naruto feels Zabuza, and he feels the killing intent massively. And what happens is both Hinata and Naruto goes, "There's a man coming with a sword, and there's another man." Hinata didn't see the other man, but Naruto did with his sensory ninjutsu, thanks to being merged with Naruto's chakra, of course. And as that goes down, what happens is Zabuza comes, but unfortunately for Zabuza, he's dealing with Shisui. He's not dealing with Kakashi. He's not dealing with an amateur. The moment Zabuza comes, and I'm not going to call in Kakashi amateur, but you got to admit, Shisui is the bomb. Honestly, he's the bomb. If it took Danzo and his route to try to take him out, and they still didn't take him out, he gave himself up to die. Shisui's the bomb, okay? But anyway, as Zabuza comes and throws his sword, Shisui jumps onto it, uses his kunai, and smacks the sword away. When Zabuza sees this and he sees the red eyes, he's like, "Hey, Uchi, boom!" Gets kicked straight in the face by Shisui. As he lands, Shisui jumps around him. Zabuza tries to do the hidden miss jutsu, but Shisui's so much smarter than that. And he goes, "You're joking, right? I can see you." And Zabuza's like, "Hell no, can you see me? I put my chakra through this." And he goes, "Is that so? Alright then, let's give this a go." He puts his hands together, and he goes, "Wind style, extreme vortex jutsu." A massive tornado pulls out all the, mist around him and starts to suck it up into the air. And as Zabuza gets pulled, he's like, "What the?" He gets pushed straight into the tornado, and he goes, "I told you I could see you." Waves a hand sign, and he goes, "Try to see if you can stop this. Scorch style, burn, blazing dragon jutsu." Shoots a massive scorch style of a dragon right out of his mouth. It crawls up the entire tornado that Shisui created. But at that very moment, Zabuza was able to make a water dragon jutsu, pulling the water up to protect them from the fire dragon, or the scorch style dragon. But thanks to it being a scorch style move, it exploded the steam in the water, throwing Zabuza into the water. And as Shisui stands on the shore, Zabuza's like, "What's the matter?" Because his bravado's big, okay? He actually took a lot of damage from the attack. He stands there, he's like, "You're not gonna come to the water?" And Shisui goes, "I know where you are." And he instantly uses his body flicker technique. and he destroys the clone of Zabuza in place and appears right by the real Zabuza, putting the knife right to Zabuza's throat. Zabuza was trying to pick up the executioner blade, but the real his shadow clone his water clone got destroyed. He put the knife to Zabuza's throat and he goes, "What are you gonna do now?" Zabuza looks at Shisui and Shisui instantly activates the Mangekyo Sharingan, or the Eternal Mangekyo, and unintentionally does the full power Koto Matsukabe. He tells him, "You are submissive to the Hidden Leaf now, you will tell me everything." Zabuza instantly freezes, boom! He tells him that him and subordinate Haku have come under orders from, a gang boss of the area of the Land of Waves. And he goes, "Who is this gang boss?" And he goes, "His name is Gato. He's got hundreds of men, lots of money, and he hired us to kill Tazuna so that the village wouldn't be open." And he goes, "I see." Naruto walks over to Shisui and goes, "What the hell, Sensei? Come on, we could have fought him. Me and Sasuke would have been enough, even Hinata." And then what happens is, as that goes down, three Sinbons come. Shisui activates the Susanoo ribcage, only for Naruto's Ninetales chakra to smack them away. Sasuke runs with the Sinbons come, activating Fire-style Fireball Jutsu. And as Haku jumps away, Hinata does an air palm jutsu, making Haku have to change his direction. Naruto appears, has a Ninetales chakra tail, grabs Haku before he can enter a mirror, crushes him, breaking Haku's arms. And Naruto holds him there. "Who the hell are you?" And Zabuza's like, "That's my accomplice. That's Haku. He's a user of Ice Genki Genkai." And Shisui's like, "Naruto, put him down." Naruto puts Haku down. Haku can barely do anything. Sasuke stands over him, and what happens is Naruto goes, "Sasuke, our mission's not over. Go stand by Tazuna." Sasuke looks at Naruto and he agrees. He walks over by Tazuna. Tazuna's like, "Whoa." Naruto stands over Haku, and when Haku looks at Naruto, Naruto shows him the Ninetales presence. The Ninetale appears in Naruto's mind right to Haku, and Haku instantly blacks out of fear. And Naruto stands up. He picks up Haku, because bear in mind, Naruto has super strength. There's no joke about it. That's natural strength he has by the Ninetales. Picks up Haku like it's nothing, and they walk. Now from this point on, what goes down is Shisui makes Gato. He's gonna make Gato pay, but what he does though, he makes Zabuza and Haku be protectors of the Land of Wave. He uses his Koto Matsukabe to force Zabuza and Haku to protect the Land of Waves against any evil people, you know? And Gato looks at him like, "Can you trust him?" And Shisui goes, "You can trust me, Genjutsu. I'm quite a broken character, to be honest." He's like, this guy talks to himself on a third person. What an ego. But anyway, the next couple of weeks, Sasuke, Hinata, and Naruto train. Naruto gets to the point where he's able to summon the skeleton, the Six Tails. And he's so much more powerful. He can even make a many-tail beast bomb. That's how powerful Naruto has become. And this is Naruto before anything, okay? But not only Naruto has gotten strong, by the end of this, Shisui has pushed Sasuke to the point where he has 3 Tomoe Sharingan. And he can keep his Sharingan active all day. And not only that, his Genjutsu is almost on par with Itachi's. Not Shisui's though. No. Shisui is the god of Genjutsu. No, Itachi. Your Tsukuyomi is great, but don't even deal with Shisui's beautiful eyes. No. But anyway, Hinata can do rotation and she can do 64 palm jutsu. Bear in mind how Shisui trained all 3 of them was through their mind. He knows the only way to make them stronger is push the mind first, and then push the body. And that's what goes down. Hinata explains that she wants to become a medical ninja because whenever she sees Sasuke and Naruto hurt, she hates that she can't help them. And he goes, well, that'll be pretty interesting to have a sensory ninja, or a ninja that can use the Byakugan and use healing medical ninjutsu. That's pretty good. I'll put a word in for you when we get back to Konoha. And she smiles. And I'm just going to apologize, guys. If you guys hear any background sounds, bear in mind, those are my children. There's kids outside, okay? Yeah, blah. But anyway, what goes down is, when it comes to finishing off the bridge, Naruto's sitting down by Haku and Zabuza. They have their personalities back now, but they just can't go against Shisui's orders. Zabuza explains everything, and so does Haku. Haku explains to Naruto his ninja way, and tells Naruto grows a massive resolve from it, and he punches Zabuza right in the face. How the hell can you not look at him and see what he's trying to do for you? He loves you. He'll do anything to protect you. He was willing to risk his life to save you last time. Zabuza looks at him, recognizes Haku, and he bows to him. making sure he'll do better. Haku smiles and thanks Naruto. Now Zabuza thanks Naruto. But this is when the Great Naruto Bridge situation goes down. And yes, Naruto is still going to be called the Great Naruto Bridge for this very reason. Naruto's been chomping at the bit. He's been really aggro, okay? Really aggro. Because of what happened when it come to Zabuza and Haku. He's angry at Gato, but he's angry at Zabuza for not recognizing Haku earlier, okay? And so when Naruto's still pondering this anger, the Ninetales anger accidentally floods Naruto as well, which increases Naruto's anger. And as this happens, the Ninetales tries to signal to Shisui, but Shisui does not do nothing, you know? Shisui is very aware what's happening. In fact, he's the one that caused this emotional outburst, for a reason. You guys will see soon. As Gato and his men come, this is what Shisui wanted. When Naruto sees Gato, Naruto immediately explodes in chakra. 4 tails erupt right out of him, making him look menacing to all of them. When Gato's men see this, Naruto's killing intent is being very clear. He's walking across the bridge, breaking each step he takes. Another tail emerges out of him. And this is when Naruto starts to take all 4s. When he takes all 4s and a skeleton appears and he goes to 6 tails, this is when all the men quake in fear and run from Gato. They swear on their lives they're not going to do nothing. On their lives. Naruto appears right in front of Gato as the 6 tails, 9 tails Jinchuriki, or 6 tails state. It looks right at Gato. Gato drops to his knees and goes, I'll do anything. Please don't kill me. And what happens is Shisui walks over. Oh, you're going to help, alright? He goes straight by Gato and goes, I could have let Zabuza kill you. It would have been a real good pleasure for him to do so. But how about this? He uses Koto Matsukami. Bear in mind, Shisui has the Eternal Mangekyo, okay? When he does the jutsu, Gato changes his ways. All his men change their way. They didn't change their ways because of what they saw when it comes to Shisui. No. They changed their ways because Naruto Uzumaki scared the hell out of them, okay? And so in doing so, Gato changes his ways. He helps fund the Land of Wave. He makes sure there's a bustling community. He makes sure at both ends of the bridges, these villages are bustling. And Haku and Zabuza are the main MVPs of these villages. Backwards the force, protecting them. This is their job. All their men, all of Gato's men become Haku and Zabuza's men. And they protect the Land of Waves and the Great Naruto Bridge. As they go on, Sasuke goes, that was pretty cool, Naruto, I'm not going to lie. And Naruto goes, well, Shisui told me once you unlock your Mangekyo Sharingan, you'll probably be able to do something similar. And Sasuke goes, what? And Shisui goes, you had to go and tell him, hey, I wasn't even ready to explain. Naruto goes, come on. You're the one who gave me this idea. I didn't actually do it, but come on. And Shisui goes, fine. Activates his Eternal Mangekyo, and he goes, I'll fly us all back to Konoha. How about that? And Naruto goes, yes, he got what I wanted. Sasuke goes fly. Shisui activates his Susanoo, the ribcage. He grabs Sasuke and Hinata and pulls them in. And then he begins to activate the full Susanoo with the wings, and he stands up fully and he goes, what do you think, Sasuke? Sasuke is bewildered. He goes, what the hell is this, Shisui? Can I do this? This is the coolest thing ever. And Shisui goes, oh, you'll be able to do this. Don't you worry. Looks right at Sasuke. And he goes, I even have a way to allow you to do so. And Sasuke goes, really? And he goes, yeah. Your brother was like a brother to me, and so I'll treat you the same as I treat Naruto. Even you, Hinata. Even though I'm your guys' sensei, I put my life out there to protect you all. You guys have proven to me that not only you guys are powerful and capable shinobi, but you guys are worthy for me to call you my siblings. This blows all 3 of their minds. Shisui goes, now hold on. So Naruto goes, to what? There's nothing but pure energy, dummy. And they're just laughing at Naruto's response to Shisui, and Shisui goes, I'm still your sensei, idiot. You didn't call me that until we're off the clock. Naruto's, oh yeah, sorry, sensei. They land, and the Kurama scolds Naruto, you're an idiot. You know he's just want to make you train harder. Stop it. Naruto's, I know, Kurama, I know. And so, when they get back, the third Hokage hears all of it, and he has a field day. He enjoys every bit of it. He now knows that there's another village that will help him leave any time. It's led by powerful Jonin level threats like Haku and Zabuza. The hidden mist can't do nothing. Yeah. And so, it goes down, a job well done. Shisui states that this team shouldn't do the tuning exams because 1, they're more intelligent than most students, and 2, they're handy capable as hell. Naruto can pretty much destroy the entire village by himself. Sasuke can put everyone under a genjutsu, and I wouldn't want to get hit by Hinata. Oh, that reminds me, Hinata wants to learn how to do a medical ninjutsu. That's something I would like to put to the table as well. Sasuke is going to be doing visual jutsus with me, and I'm guessing Jiraiya will be back here before the tuning exams final. And the third Hokage goes, very smart, and yes, and goes, well, Naruto can do some training with his godfather. And the third Hokage goes, you really had this plan, don't you, Shisui? Because yeah, I do. And what goes down is Naruto, Hinata, and Sasuke all hang out. Sasuke's not his aggro self because he's been relieved of his burden. He's been relieved of the situation that Itachi has placed upon him, you know? He's been relieved that because Shisui states, you can become strong with anger, but look where anger gets you, just like Madara Uchiha. And then Shisui teaches Sasuke. And so before the Chunin exams begin, Sasuke, Naruto, and Sakura are all the bomb. And not only that, Naruto kind of makes his relationship with Hinata very known. Okay, because he's open with the idea that he likes girls. Shisui told him that. And so he declares himself to Hinata. Hinata blows her mind. She's like, what the hell? And she agrees with it. She's like, I'm not going to disagree. And Sasuke goes, what the hell? We're in the same team, you idiots. And Shisui goes, this will incentivize them, okay? She wants to get stronger like you two. Why don't you allow her? And Sasuke goes, but what if she gets killed, Sensei? What then with Naruto? And this is when the chakra emits from Naruto's body. And a small energy fragment of the Nine Tails appear. That's why I am here. And Sasuke's like, whoa, that's the Nine Tails? And he goes, yeah. He goes, sorry, kid. And Naruto, what happens? Naruto goes, hold on, the Nine Tails wants to talk to you. And because Naruto's eyes are naturally red, he goes, I'm here to make sure that that never goes down, Sasuke. Don't worry, I try to convince the idiot to listen too, but he doesn't listen. Just like your sensei, they don't listen. Sasuke goes, ugh. And the Nine Tails goes, I got big hopes for you, Sasuke. Correct these two idiots when they're older. And Sasuke just laughs at the idea, laughs at that fact. And so what goes down is when the Chunin exam begins, Naruto is just, boss. And everything doesn't go nothing the same. In fact, the Rock Lee fight happens, and he does fight Sasuke. However, Rock Lee gets put in his place because Sasuke learns after image. He learns about his physical body, not just using the Sharingan or Jutsu. And Sasuke pushes himself to a perspective where he can use body flicker almost like Shisui could at his age. And this makes it so hard for Rock Lee to do anything without even using the gates. But Sasuke stops the fight and tells Rock Lee that he's the man. But if Sasuke was to use his full power, Rock Lee would have lost immediately. Rock Lee's shocked. And what happens is, as they walk away, Neji is looking right at them. Hinata sees this, but she don't care. So they do the written test, they all pass like normal. And it's not until the Forest of Death comes down where things actually massively change. Shisui is one of the teacher proctors that are watching, and he stays alert. He has to stay alert just in case Naruto, that's his main job. But not only that, Sasuke also is alert, and Hinata. As you said, Naruto, Hinata, and Sasuke have earned the right for him to call him his siblings. And so as he watches on, he smiles, watching these three go through the forest, pretty much only anyone they fight. Hinata doing her gentle fist, which is great. Naruto himself just using the Nine Tails tail to smack them away, even making multi-shadow clone jutsu, sending hundreds of them everywhere to make everyone believe they're going this way or that way. But this is when things dramatically change. Naruto can sense Orochimaru. He sensed him before, but he was unsure. But what goes down is Naruto senses Orochimaru the second time. He makes a Nine Tails tail and smacks the entire tree away. This is revealing Orochimaru. His face has been revealed underneath his skin. And he goes, I see you knew I was here, you brats. He licks his lip as he repairs the face. Well, no matter. I'll put a seal upon you and steal young Sasuke. And Sasuke goes, to hell you will. Weaves hand signs, shoots a massive fire-style, majestic flame, destroyer flames. Boom! Shoots a massive fire style at Orochimaru. Orochimaru's like, how the hell does a kid know this jutsu? Boom! Gets hit by this massive fire style. Hinata immediately appears behind Orochimaru and begins to do rotation on Orochimaru. Orochimaru's like, what the? This kid? Boom! Hinata hits Orochimaru with 64 palms. And just before she finishes, Naruto already made shadow clones to make sure everyone was out of his way, and because he directed himself in a way where he knows where there's no one else in front of him, because bear in mind Naruto can sense. Naruto lands right in front of Orochimaru, activates into the six-tailed state, opens his mouth, and when Orochimaru begins to recover and sees this, he summons a snake just to save him from this attack. Naruto shoots a mini-tail beast bomb, destroying the entire snake, blowing up half the forest in the area. And this is where Shisui sees it. He rushes over and he flies into a Susanoo state. And when he goes down, Orochimaru summoned Manda. His other snake got destroyed, but when he summoned Manda's like, Orochimaru. And as he says that, Manda's instantly put into a genjutsu. And Manda's like, whoa. And Orochimaru's like, what the? Boom! He sees Shisui, he's like, I thought you were dead! Massive Susanoo fist punches Madara straight in the face, hitting the side of the area, grabbing Orochimaru and throwing him into the mountain where the Hokage's faces are. Shisui already sent a shadow clone to the third Hokage and everyone that Orochimaru of the legendary Sani has entered the village and he tried to attack. Shisui tells everyone, Naruto, warn everyone that's in the forest to get out now. And so Naruto goes, right! Multi-shadow clone jutsu! He makes thousands of shadow clones. They run through the forest and they gather everyone, telling everyone. And this is when Naruto saves Kaden. Well, actually, no, not Naruto. Sasuke runs over trying to help too, because he's not going to be outdone by Naruto. And so using a little bit of lightning chakra and Shisui's body flicker technique, he's able to move so fast that when he sees the bear about to hit Kaden, he instantly punches the bear with a little bit of lightning chakra on his hand, knocking the bear out entirely. He grabs Kaden and jumps away. Kaden blushes, and when Sasuke sees it, he's like, oh, hello, by the way. My name is Sasuke Uchiha. And he says, Kaden Uzumaki? And he's like, Uzumaki? Like Naruto? Whoa, that's pretty cool. And as he lands with her, he lands by Naruto, and Naruto goes, hey, Sasuke, who's your girlfriend? And Sasuke, shut up! And he puts it down, and she blushes too, and Hinata goes, nice to meet you, I'm Hinata Hyuga. What's your name? And she's like, I'm Kaden Uzumaki? Naruto's like, Uzumaki! He walks over to her, you got a lot to tell me! And what goes down, as they're all trying to deal with the outbreak of Orochimaru, Shisui's pretty much owning Orochimaru. This is where I'm going to leave this one off, guys. I hope you guys like this. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. So this is Dr. Kahu saying peace.